This is my last domain run at AR 59. I will no longer be a pre-AR 60 pleb. This is my last domain run. We only need less than 100 AR till AR 60. Started Genshin Impact on launch. We are currently at 340,000 XP, and we only need a total of like 82 XP. Now, there's nothing left for me to do in Genshin except for we can wait for 1,000,000 minutes to get the last 6 resin, or we're gonna do a hangout for AR 60. Wait, am I doing a long version? Isn't it not? It's not over yet? You doing it the long way? Oh my god. All right, what's up, Albert? Follow Albert. Son of a... We're almost there. We can do it. It's right there. It's just right there. It'll be fine. Longest AR 60 wait ever. Okay, now, wait. Now we go here. Story quest. Barbara. I am now AR 60, my man. Here we go. AR 60, baby. We've done it. PogChamp. Press G. E-Shine's adventure rank. Your adventure rank has reached the maximum. For now, all adventure XP will be converted to Mora. Pog. 60, baby. There it is. Sekapoko AR 60, baby. We've done it. I'm a PogChamp 60 main. Yay. AR 60. It's official now. Welcome to AR 60 gang. We are AR 60, baby. Adventure rank rewards. Let's go get the AR 60. You finally beat the game rewards. You are now the maximum adventurer. 150 primo gems, 3 acquaint fates, 2 fragile resins, 30 mystic, and 21 wits. Oh, buddy. Catherine, me and you, I'm only doing dailies from now on from you. I'll never come back here ever again on this account to tit adventure rank rewards. The ride was long and hard, Catherine, but I thank you. All right, let's see if we get anything good from these summons. We got 3 summons, right? Oh, that was nothing. All right. All right, then. 2 more. Yeah, maybe we get something, right? Oh, no. All right, and 3rd one? All right, so we kind of got 4 because of 150 primos, right? We'll copium that last one, right? Okay. 4 3-star weapons at AR 60. That was my reward. Son of a bitch! Game Trish. All right. Anyways, memes aside. All right, so now I'm gonna do an account overview for what I have on my AR 60 account. Show you where I'm at. This is my current whale account. Okay. This is my 90s box. This is the characters I still have to work on. We got Chi-Chi, Traveler, Diona, Razor, Jin Yang, Noelle, and Amber. So that's what I got left. Okay, that's all I got left. As far as resource allocation goes, I have all the materials, as you can see, for the characters that I need remaining to get them done, plus extra character, Keck W. Excuse me. And I got all the stuff I need for leveling them up. Unfortunately, though, I just don't have enough crystals to do it. What happens after you level all the characters in Zawaro, though, is you run out of crystals, which is really funny. So I actually don't have enough crystals for them as well as new characters. So I'll have to wait in a few months to fix everything or farm more bosses, which I don't want to do. So I'll probably just wait on that one. As far as the rest of my account goes, this is my current artifact box at AR 60. It's quite large. It is quite large. Okay, and then this right here is the amount of artifacts that I got right now. On top of that, that have crit rate, crit damage, or something that I still have to roll at some point. These are all the ones that I kind of got to roll eventually, and that's a lot. That's a lot. And if I literally never farmed artifacts ever again, or the current artifact sets that are out there, I'd be fine. I'd actually be fine, and I would probably never need to do anything ever again. So I'm just out for farming the newest artifact sets now. As far as Characters go. Constellation-wise for my whale account, we have C6 Ayaka, C6 Beidou, C6 Yoimiya. We have C5 Bennett, of course, because I gotta do it C5 in this account. C2 Zhongli. We got C0 Zhao, potentially C6 later on, we'll see. C0 Venti, C6 on the Mona, C1 Hu Tao, which I got recently. We got C6 Klee, because I got that on the rerun banner. We got C6 Ning, C6 Sucrose, Rosaria, Fischl, Lisa, big champ. We got C6 Shinku, Albedo at C0, Jean at C6, Ganyu C0, Diluc at C6, Changyang, Kazuha at C6, Eula C6, Raiden C6, Kokomi C6, Sarah C6, Barbara C6, Aloy C6, of course, because everyone has C6 Aloy, C6 Keckwing, C6 Child. We got Sayu, Kaya, Toma's at C2 kind of, but like I only have 2 of his things. Got here. C6 Yanfei, C6 Chi-Chi, and here's the funny thing, C6 Chi-Chi was the last one I got. And then the last, all these are at C6, of course, with Amber. So that's where I'm at. Talent-wise distribution, I'll just go quickly through every single character so you can see all the talents on all my characters, so I don't have to worry about it. My favorite characters to play right now are always going to be Beidou. She's my wife who's started the game. Yoimiya is my favorite open world character, as well as my speedrun character for artifact domains. She's probably the fastest clears for pretty much every team that I've ever run in Genshin. She's super, super good. Characters that I really want to work on are pretty much no one, because I literally have all the characters built out in the entire game, as you saw there, except for Kaching and maybe Diluc. So I got to work on those two too as well eventually. Weapon wise, this will shock you. This will shock and appall you. This weapon box is probably worth about more than $10,000 or more, probably $15,000 I want to say. Just the weapon box alone, and it actually didn't start out that way. I actually started out as a CU0 R1 kind of guy, and it ended up going to C6 R5. And as you can see, if you just wanted to count each refine on each weapon as $100, 500, 1,000, etc., and just move on from there, and you'll see how much money is in here. It's actually a lot. It's kind of ridiculous. I do have R5 J Cutter and R5 Missplitter that I haven't done yet, because I just keep them at R1 for now, because I might want to level up multiple for later. We'll see. But I haven't done that yet, and I probably will at some point. Surprisingly, I only have R3 Wolf Gravestone. I only have R4 on Skyward Blade. My Pride is only at R3. I have R9 Skyward Atlas. We got R6 on the Skyward Spine. And this is super surprising, I only have 1 Primordial Jade Spear. Kind of weird. Like, one of these, and I actually just got it within the last few months, so it's very surprising. I actually had not had this for the longest time. We only have 1 Jade Spear. It is on every banner in the game. I have not gotten lucky on Jade Spears. Our Quillful is at R3. So overall, the weapons that I think that were not worth getting at all to summon for: Skyward Harp, definitely not worth it. Lost Prayer, Skyward Atlas, Skyward Pride. None of these weapons, all the Skyward series, are probably the most not worth to summon for. Aquila Favoni is obviously pretty bad. Amos Bow is another good weapon, surprisingly. So Amos Bow is actually a weapon that I find to be only good on 1 character, and that character is Ganyu. And it was really disappointing on Amber, because I have it on my free-to-play account, and it's actually very disappointing on Amber. I thought it was going to do a lot more damage for headshots, but the Sharpshooter's Oath is pretty close on damage, only about 15% less, which is really sad because it's a 3-star weapon. Skyward Spine was definitely, I don't regret leveling this. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun weapon to have. That one's okay. What else is there that I kind of regret leveling at some point? Memory of the Dust was really bad. It's been bad since the launch, and Ningguang just hasn't gotten better. I have a 90 Ningguang, and I actually worked on her really heavily, but I find that she's like not the best. Artifact sets, this is what I'm rocking set-wise for every character right now. So you can see this is where I'm going with all the characters. My stat ratios are all pretty decent across the board on characters, and I have a lot of really good artifacts on a lot of different characters. I move a lot of artifact sets around at times, so I don't really have like the sets on all characters, as you can see all the time. So I'll move them between different characters. The characters that I find to be the characters I shoot for the most on my whale account are gonna be Yoimiya. I shoot on Raiden Shogun a lot. I actually don't use Shinshou a lot of the time. I use him sometimes, but when I use him, everything is too easy, so I end up not using him, because he actually takes the show a lot of the time with my Klee teams and Hu Tao teams, so I kind of just don't use him. But he is a really, really strong character that I definitely recommend building him. Characters that I find to be not worth like any kind of worthwhile at all. Lisa was really fun, but definitely not worth leveling. Everybody else I find was good though. Like at some point, Aloy was pretty bad. Tomo was pretty bad. Yanfei I don't regret anymore because Tank Fei is really, really fun. I really enjoy Tank Fei. Ningguang was a mistake to build for sure, unless you're a whale and you know exactly what you're doing. She's not really good unless you hit C6, and even then she's kind of like falling off. But hopefully, and then at Geo meta coming up, she'll be really good. So overall, my favorite character since the game started was Beidou, and she's been my favorite character. I hope she gets a signature weapon at some point, so it should be like really, really good. But the weapon that actually made her even more fun recently was the Akamaru, because this weapon is a beast as far as damage goes for ultimate, and you can do 40,000 damage per hit on her ultimate with this weapon, which is super ridiculous, and I love it. So I'm hoping that we get like more supports for Beidou or something that will come out for her. That'll be really good, or we get like a crit damage weapon that'll be just insane on her. So that's probably my most look forward to character. Characters I regret getting C6 on for 5 stars are none of them actually. All the characters I have at C6 I very much enjoy that are C6 5 stars. The one that was probably the least worth was Raiden Shogun. C3 was enough. C6 does not really do anything. Like so, you could have saved money there just on that. Kazuha at C6 is really fun. I don't regret it, but C2 is way more than enough on him. So if you're thinking about C2 and Kazuha, that's probably the stopping point in general. C2 on both, the C3 on this and C2 on this. Kokomi is very fun at C6. She's really cool. Tartaglia I did because chat wanted me to, and I honestly don't really find him fun. I've never really liked the character. I don't really like the kit playstyle, and I think that he's a good character. I just don't like him. He's been out 3 separate times and he's husbando AF, but like it's just not my cup of tea. Ganyu, she's great. Mine hits over 200,000 damage on charge attacks, and I never play her because it's not my playstyle preference. Hu Tao is very fun. I like that she's at C0 right now. I finally got her to C1 recently, and I find the difference between C0 and C1 to be pretty negligible, to be honest. I played many account reviews with that C0 and C1, and it's really not that different on Hu Tao between C0 and C1. Between Shimenao and this, it's you know, whatever, Shimenao or Witch, doesn't matter. The character I'd probably say I would want most to try at C6 was Zhao, actually. So Zhao is one of my favorite characters, and I have played him at C6, but C6 on my account would probably be my favorite thing to get, because he is so super good. But of course, anima artifacts are kind of tricky. My big take from hitting AR60 and playing 3 different kinds of accounts, though, is I will say this. If you're considering resin refreshing on Genshin Impact, I can say with absolute certainty, it's not worth it at all. Not because of salt or any other reason. I'm doing it because I'm a content creator, but it's not worth it because most of my artifacts look like this, where you get like 3 crit chance or crit damage rolls. And then sometimes I'll get these amazing artifacts that'll have 3 crit chance to your damage rolls and like 2 side rolls on attack percentage. I'll get like an amazing artifact like that. But I've only ever gotten 1 artifact on my whale account that has 5 crit chance and crit damage rolls. I've only gotten 1. I have a bunch of artifacts at 4 rolls where you get like crit chance, crit damage, and attack percentage. I have a bunch of those, right? But I feel like whaling for artifacts every single month is the least valuable thing on my account, because my free-to-play account, my Asia account, it took about 3 months longer, and I ended up getting comparable artifacts, and I was able to 36 star only about a month or so, maybe 2 months after my whale account. So I feel like artifact resin refreshing, full resin refreshing, is definitely not the right thing. So if you're somebody who's really into artifact grinding and really wants to get the perfect sets, the fact of the matter is, it's really cool to get more artifacts and try more and more and more. But at the end of the day, it's just gambling. You're gambling for artifacts. And I feel like this was not worth it at all. And the artifacts that I got out of it, financially, would never be worth it. Because essentially full resin refreshes boils down to $300 per month in just resin refreshes. And to get the artifact box looking like this, it's never going to be worth it. Because over the course of the last year and a month or so, I have spent, if you do 300 times 13 months, that's $3,900 on resin refreshes. So if you think about it that way, that's a very large amount of money to spend for artifacts. And it doesn't actually do anything for your account, because even with all that, you barely progress faster than free to play. So if for every whale out there, if you're looking for the min-max artifacts and the perfect artifacts, the math on it is you still got to get lucky, just like a free to play player has to get lucky. It's really not worth it, especially since, here's the thing, I have all these other artifacts that I have on my account that I haven't rolled yet. And I literally farm artifact domains for artifact XP. That's the only reason I farm them, is I just farm them for artifact XP. And I try to take really crappy artifacts like this one, and then I use the artifact exchange for other things. So I'd say if you want more artifact XP as a whale, just take the time and farm the artifact route for 35 minutes, and you'll probably get the same results as far as your artifacts go. It's way more worth it for your time than $10 every single day. Unless you're not really feeling like it. If you want to spend $10 a day for comparable level of artifact XP, and you feel like your time for 35 minutes or so of artifact root grinding is more valuable than that way, you're basically farming for artifact XP at that point when you could already farm in that without resin. So that's what I think was negative. Now the positive though is that I actually spent 1 full month doing this. I spent 1 full month actually not grinding any artifacts out of the 13 months I played to farm all the extra stuff that I would need for all the characters in the game. And because I spent that extra time there, I was able to get that extra stuff that I have right here on the side. And it actually took a full month to get all the characters. I actually built 7 characters in 1 month actually, where I built, what was it? I built, what was it? It was Raiden Shogun, Kokomi, and then I also built out like 5 other characters in my box. So I ended up building, I think it was, so Raiden Shogun, Kokomi, I built Sarah, so that's 3. Then we ended up building Tartaglia, I built Kaya, what's another one we built that month? Barbara to 90 for the memes for Kokomi. Actually got 90 Barbara. And then we did Aloy as well, I think. Pretty sure that's when we did Aloy, right? So, oh yeah, no, yeah, sorry, 9. So Kaching too. So there was 8 characters I built. So 8 on total. And I beat 8 characters, just not artifact running for a month. So if you're thinking about resin refreshing, it's not worth the effort. You get to the same place within a few months. Just whale for the characters and have fun, dude. It's like the artifacts are just, you're whaling for your gambling addiction. And I do it because I'm a content creator, so I want to try more Steams. But that's all I'm going to talk about for AR60. Let me know what you guys think about AR60 in the comment section below. My name's Sekapoko. Thanks for watching. It is currently 4:28 p.m. on November 4th. You have a wonderful rest of your day.